Hi, my name is Sheila Hill. I'm an intuitive life coach and a spiritual guide. Today I want to talk about the unified field that you are becoming. So through the ascension process, all of your past life expressions, parallel lives, and your current life are all being folded into the one ascending human that is awake and aware and ascending. This is got to do with the quantum mechanics of how our soul has fractalized across time and space to have as rich and as varied an experience as it possibly could. So we created a fractalized experience of past lives, parallel lives, current life, and future lives, just the same way that God consciousness did the same thing. So that's sort of like the 40,000 foot view, but I want to bring it right down to the actual nuts and bolts and mechanics of what is happening and what is being asked of you in your ascension experience. So we're working towards being one single field of experience where we are consciously co-creating in every now moment. Assume that the past lives, parallel lives thing is being taken care of, because it is actually being taken care of for you. But what is being asked of you as you collapse those aspects into you, and then as you step into the future versions of you that you are ever becoming, is for you to unify yourself as much as you can. So what does that even mean, Sheila? Like, unify what? What do you mean? What does that mean? So let's talk about it. Each and every one of us not only has been fractalized across time and space, but we have allowed our identity, our presence, our consciousness, and our awareness to be fractalized all over the place as well. When you think about who you are as a parent, who you are as a partner, who you are as an employee, who you are as a friend, who you are as a son or a daughter, are you the same person? Do you show up exactly the same way in your own truth, speaking from truth, integrity, vulnerability from your heart? We don't always do that, do we? So that is what's being asked of you, to collapse and unify all of the personality structures of who you have been and who you pretend yourself to be, who you identify as, and the roles that you play. So that's an important part of it as well. Unifying our own inner child fractal is key to the whole party. When we bring that aspect of us back into our own sacred heart and fully see, fully honor, fully feel, and reparent our own inner child, we come back into embodiment within our own body, and we then become spiritually mature. So there's that aspect of us that is being asked to unify so we can embody the inner child aspect, all of our personality aspects and identities and the roles that we play. But then we become a quantum container. And this is something that I've been going through for probably about a year now, where I didn't really realize until recently what it was that was going on, because I was just navigating and dealing and making decisions and allowing the energies to shift me and move me and elevate me in real time. So I didn't really understand it until recently, when I came to abundant clarity of what else is involved in creating your own quantum container. So we're unifying past lives, parallel lives. We are unifying all the roles and characters and identities we have. We unify our own inner child back into our own sacred heart. We must also then unify where we live, our money, the things that we own. And if you own your own business, if you are a solopreneur or a practitioner of any kind, you have to understand that all of those aspects of you that are extensions of you and your energy and your presence in the world, those aspects as well all have to be aligned into the one unified field, into your quantum expression in the now moment. So if you are ascending and healing and doing your work and growing and expanding in certain areas, but the money piece is still somewhere where you play in lack, then that is going to be called for you to up-level your beliefs and up-level your financial structure so that your financial wheel will then become a part of your unified quantum field, the expression that is you in every now moment. If your business operates from a more third dimensional construct, contracts, legalities, structures, beliefs, policies that are in place that are not in alignment with who you are becoming, then you are going to find that there's going to be a push and pull energy with the way that you do business. Just to give you some tangible examples of the things that I have had to do in my practice or that I stepped into as I was evolving, just to give you some real concrete examples. I am trained in hypnosis, but after the training and once I started putting my training in practice and seeing clients, I realized quite quickly that the hypnosis client interaction is very codependent. It's that they don't believe that they have within them to heal themselves, so they come to me, they pay me money, I fix them, and they go away until they trip over the thing again, and then they come back to me again. So knowing and understanding deeply that codependency was something that I was healing from all of my past relationships, I knew that this codependent structure was not something that was going to be applicable in my business, nor something I wanted to perpetuate. So I turned my hypnosis training into more of an empowerment structure. I started teaching meditation. I ran meditation circles. And as my own inner gifts came more and more online, and I'm able more often to tune into my clients' unconscious thoughts, beliefs, and paradigms that they're playing in, I'm able to pull them out and give them a voice and bring them into the light so that my clients can see and feel and hear the messages they need to hear and feel so that they are then empowered to navigate that healing space. Because in the end, we are all our own healer. I don't operate with any kind of contract structure. My client sessions are a one and done. When I see you, I give you everything that I possibly have in my toolbox, in my essence, in my connection, in my knowledge, my wisdom. I give it all, and we have this meeting of exchange, and I assume at the end of your session that I will never see you again. The world is abundant, and so am I, and I'm learning how to be in that space. I've always ran my practice that way. Now, that isn't the case. I have lots of clients that are very loyal to the work that they do with me, and they come back, and that's all fine. But I also leave it open that they may have another teacher, they may have another need, they may evolve into a space where they don't need me at all, which is ideal and perfect. So I don't run with any kind of contracts whatsoever that says that my client absolutely has to work with me, because the soul is sovereign and free. So those are just two brief examples that I wanted to share that will help you give context to, if you are some kind of a business owner or practitioner in any way, that you are the container. I have been working recently with people that are in the similar field to me, whether they are healers, practitioners, they run healing centers, that type of thing. And they are finding themselves being pulled offline from their business recently. And the answer is that their own individual field is being strengthened. The purpose of it is that when you become the container that is holding space for others to meet themselves and heal themselves, then your container has to be very strong. This is what's being asked of all of us. All of the aspects of us past lives, parallel lives, personality structures, identities, the inner child, how you operate your finances, how you speak, your relationships. You can't have one form of relationship with one person in your life and entirely 3D relationship with someone else. That isn't a unified field. The same thing, as I've explained, with businesses and practitioners. This is where we are being fine-tuned and maneuvered so that we operate from one unified field, so that our field, our quantum expression of ourselves in every now moment is completely unified, clean, and clear. And this is how we ascend into becoming our own higher self aspect. So I hope this has given you something to think about, some constructs and examples that will help you bring yourself ever closer into being one unified field. Until next time, bye for now.